Hello everybody, welcome to another part of Trusteft Weekend. This time we have Plutos, a very early, very good shoot 'em up for the Atari ST and Amiga, if I remember correctly. It is one of the first, or the first, shoot 'em up games which allow two-player mode at the same time. Now, at first look, the game is simple. The graphics are not perfect. They're not Xenon 2 quality, but you know something, I prefer it like this. At least there is no much problem finding out who is the enemy, who is the background, what you need to avoid and what not. Well, at least after you play the game once. Sound is kind of terrible, as is with unfortunately most ST action games, but it doesn't get in the way. There is something about them that fit the game very well. It's never an issue, at least for me. So what is this game about? You have a spaceship, you can see it at the bottom end. You can move around the whole screen, at least the viewable, well, the the area where the game takes place, and you have to finish each level. To do that, you have one weapon, which you can never upgrade. Never. And you have limited amount of fuel. If you run out of fuel, you lose a spaceship. Of course, if you lose all your spaceships, you lose the game. The number of spaceships you have is next to the number of... well, you can see here on the bottom left, number 1, I have 4 spaceships. 4 lives. What else is it? To get fuel, you need to destroy special bonuses with a huge letter F on them. And after you do so, you automatically receive a small amount of fuel. There is no other bonus apart from extra lives, which you can get with 2 ways. First, by finishing a level, and second, there is a part of the game where there are various green boxes. After you shoot them, you get either an X, which means nothing, or a smiley face, or a happy face, and that means 1 life. You can have more than 1 life in a number of boxes, so perhaps if there are 6 boxes, and you can have 2 extra lives, or 3, or none. It works really well, and the game is very generous with the number of lives it gives you. The whole game is very easy for the newcomer, but don't let this confuse you, yes, and makes you think that it is an easy game. The first 3 levels, perhaps they are easy. Slowly though, the difficulty rises and you have to be really good. Now, I'm not talking about bullet hell games that exist today, but it's still not one for the very amateur of shoot 'em ups, at least at later levels. At the end of each level you have a boss, which is a face with teeth and eyes which shoot bullets at you, or whatever they are, and you have to avoid and destroy the eyes and mouth, teeth. If you do so, you proceed to the next level. If you don't, you restart the same level, so be careful of that. There's a limited amount of time that the boss stays in place. There is a large variety, well, not a large, but there is a good variety of enemies, flying enemies, most of them. And there are a few which are land-based, which don't move, but still shoot you quite well. Most of them are of the circle firing thingies, I don't know how to call them. They're very dangerous though. Excellent game, must play. Thank you for watching.